Good afternoon, everybody. Yes. So we were discussing in the previous session on place of supply, and Miss Priya has a doubt in terms of section 12, subsection 2, wherein that's the general rule. And it says that where the location of the recipient or his address is recorded, then that will be the place of supply. And if that is not recorded, it will be the location of the supplier. Now, what do you mean by location of supplier? Is it the GSTN of the supplier or where the services are actually given to the customer? So for this, Miss Priya, we had a slide. I will take you to that slide, which defines what is the location of supplier. That itself gives the answer to a query that what will be treated as the location of the supplier. Okay. So if you see the screen, location of the supplier of services is defined, and it says that where the supply is made from the place of business for which registration is obtained, then that will be the place of supply. And when it is provided from a fixed establishment elsewhere, then that will be the location of such fixed establishment. So if he is registered, that will be the location of the supplier. So if he is in the state of Haryana and he is providing services somewhere else, but still it will be Haryana itself. Clear? And if he is providing from a place somewhere else, which is a fixed establishment elsewhere, then such fixed establishment will become the location of the supplier. Is it clear? Anybody else who has doubt in our previous discussions what we had? Yes, Miss Priya, you can ask the query. You are already on unmute mode. So I will, yeah, try to unmute now. Yeah, you're already on unmute mode. You can ask a query. Might be there is some problem on your mic. Kindly check the same because here it is showing that you are on unmute and you can ask your query. Any case, if you find that you can clear your mic or do the settings for that, please ask your query. I've just kept you on unmute still. Mr. Prem Kumar's question is supplier is registered in Punjab, recipient Mr. X is registered in Tamil Nadu. The service is of renting of immobile property in Punjab. The place of supply will be Punjab, right? Since the immobile property is located. What will be the treatment of GST in this situation? What will be, where is the location of supplier? Location of supplier is Punjab and place of supply also is in Punjab. So place of supply will be Punjab itself. So GST can be charged as CGST and SGST. Correct. But because of intrastate supply, but how Mr. X can claim the ITC? So in such situation, he cannot claim the ITC. So similarly, wherever a property is located in other state and the supplier is also in the same state, he has to charge CGST and SGST. Such credit will not be available. So in this case, what understanding is correct. But the thing is, yes, Mr. X, the person who's paying the rental, he cannot claim the credit for this. difference between bill to ship to model and 10(1) CA. There is a difference, right? So in bill to ship to model, what happens? It is supplied on behalf of somebody, right? But in case of 10(1) CA, it is supplied to a unregistered person. Okay. So 10(1) B says that when it is a bill to ship to model, place of supply of such goods shall be the principal place of business of the third person. But in case of 10(1) CA, when you are supplying it to a unregistered person, okay, when the goods specifically it says made to a person other than a registered person, then 10(1) CA will apply. And this, more or less, this applies to e-commerce transactions. So in case of passenger transportation services, a person has taken a flight from Mumbai to London and he has connecting flight from Mumbai to Dubai. Mumbai to London, he has taken a flight. He has a connecting flight from Mumbai to Dubai and then Dubai to London, for which separate tickets were issued to him. What will be the place of supply in this case? So, location of supplier, and we have to find out from the passenger transport service. So, it is all booked with the Indian flight company, right? So, it's not with the foreign flight company. So passenger transport services, where the passenger transportation location of supplier and where the recipient is registered. If you are registered and you're wearing this, the place of supply will be the location of the recipient itself. So even if you're traveling outside India, but since you are booking your flight ticket through a Indian flight company, right? If you're booking from a foreign flight company, then 12 itself will not apply because either the location of the supplier or location of the recipient should be in India. In this case, we'll take first fact that the flight company is in India and you are also in India. So it will be either if you're registered, it will be the location of the recipient or it will be the location where your passenger embarks on the conveyance for a journey. Now let's take a so that will become where the passenger embarks for the conveyance for a continuous journey. Now, if you're booking a ticket from where? From India to connecting to Dubai, but ultimately where are you landing? You want to land to London. So it's a connecting flight. Okay. It's not that you're taking a break in between. So it's a continuous journey. Had it not been a continuous journey, then from India to Dubai, it will be liable to GST. From Dubai to London, it will not be liable to GST. Yes, Anubhav, you can ask your query.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir, I was asking that in build to ship to model,
Hmm.
there the like the registration of the supplier doesn't matter, no?
Registration of supplier does matter. No, if the supplier is unregistered, then he will not charge GST at all.
Sir, the difference between the 10(1) CA model and this build to ship to model, uh, there is the difference only in between the recipient. No, the recipient
Correct.
should be unregistered, then it will be 10(1) CA. If it is registered, then it will go to build to ship to model.
Correct.
Okay, that was my doubt. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Yes, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Priya.
Sir, so my doubt was regarding the location of the supplier only. So, if in case in the question, both the things are mentioned that the location of the supplier is, let's say, city A, and the services are being performed in city B.
Okay.
So, the place of supply in that case will be city A.
Correct. Because that's the location of supplier. Correct.
Okay.
Okay. So I think good that you have going through the previous sessions, which is definitely helpful for you. So we will now go to the point where we stopped from. We had stopped at advertisement services. So what will be the place of supply for advertisement services, and it is not just any random advertisement services. It says advertisement services to the government. When you are providing any advertisement services to the government, then what will be the place of supply? Advertisement services involving dissemination of the material supplied to the government or a statutory body will be the location of such dissemination. So, wherever the advertisement is getting disseminated. What is the meaning of disseminated? Let's understand the definition from the dictionary itself, because otherwise I will give my opinion, which may not be correct. Dissemination. The meaning to dissemination or disseminate is spreading, okay, or informing. So, what is the provision saying that wherever involves spreading, right? It could be spreading of the banners, spreading of the advertisement pamphlets, or it could be spreading of the advertisement through various channels. So wherever this is getting spread, that will be the location of such dissemination, will be the place of supply. So advertisement services involving dissemination of the material supplied to the government or a statutory body will be the location of such dissemination, where this it is getting disseminated. So I am an advertising company. I do a lot of advertisement for the government. Now I am in Mumbai. Now government of Goa calls me and saying that do the advertisement for me. So I will print all these materials, and where will it get disseminated? Goa government is saying that you should disseminate or spread this advertisement in the state of Goa itself. So I will disseminate in Goa. So the place of supply will be Goa itself. Simple. Wherever this advertisement is getting distributed or telecasted to the target audience, that will be the location. Now, where it is identifiable to a specific state, then that would be the place of supply. Now, Goa government is saying do the marketing only for in the state of Goa. So I will do it only there. But where it is disseminated over number of states, then each of such states, union territories where the advertisement is broadcasted, run, or played will be the place of supply. Which means what? The place of supply will be a case where it is actually being spread. Now, I gave you a very simple example that Goa government is telling you to advertisement in the state of Goa. But is there a possibility that it can get disseminated under various states? Very much possible. Now, Goa government says that, okay, I have uh, what is it called? There is a global summit. And for this global summit, not only should the advertisements be spread in the state of Goa, it should be spread in all the states. Okay, so you have to do newspaper advertisement, you have to do telecasting over the radio, you have to telecast it through newspapers, you will have to telecast it through various magazines and all the various modes they're saying, because they need investment from all the states. So they need to promote it. So when they are disseminating or distributing the advertisement in various states, okay, then how will you know the place of supply? Did you get my question? When the government, now government could be central government, state government. When the government is saying that you have to disseminate this across various states, then what will be the place of supply? Any guess? Any wild guess? all the states where the advertisement is disseminated. Correct. There will be more than one place of supply. Correct. So now you're absolutely right that each such state will have the place of supply. Not necessary in Goa, Vemuri, Janvi, because the unlike other places where we had said where it is to a registered person, then the place of supply. But in this case, it will not happen like that because we are clearly seeing that advertisement is getting spread across various states. So it will be on a proportionate value, correct? So how will you determine the proportionate value is the question. That becomes very tricky, right? So what we will do is there is government saying that, okay, in such cases, do not worry. We have come up with a rule. Okay. The details based on the each type of advertisement, because there could be various modes of advertisement. On each type of advertisement, we will do the proportionate distribution in rule 3. So on what basis you should proportionate? Like advertisement through newspapers, that will be a different basis. Advertisement to banners, that will be a different basis. Advertisement through hoardings on the railways, that will be different basis. So each basis will be different. That is what is detailed in rule 3. So we will go to rule 3 and understand how is the proportionate thing happening. So you all understood that if it is to one state, directly bill to that state, location of supplier and place of supply of that state. So it will be a IGST transaction. So that state government will get the revenue. But when it is for multiple states, then what is the basis for apportionment? Okay. Rule 3 says that what is the manner of determining the proportionate value? Yes, Chauhan, you have raised your hand, but yes, please ask your
Hello,
query.
hello, sir. My audio is audible.
Yes.
Sir, I am request you to add me in our WhatsApp group because I am trying to add in last 3 days, but I didn't added in WhatsApp group.
Okay, you can contact the Board of Studies for that. They will add you. Okay.
Oh, okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, what is the basis of proportionate? Is what this rule is saying. How do you determine? Yes, Gayatri, you're saying all states where the advertisement is done, but various modes of advertisement will have different way of apportionment. That is what we will see here. On what basis you will apportion it. So it is a very lengthy rule, but to remember this, you have to understand the logic. If you understand the logic, then it becomes simple. So manner for determining proportionate value of services in the absence of a contract or agreement. So if there is a specific contract, then it's fine. If there is no contract or agreement, then you have to follow this. Generally, there will not be a specific contract saying for each state this we'll do. So they'll give a lump sum saying that, okay, 5 crores is my budget. Do the advertisement for all the states. Okay. So if the advertisement is happening through newspapers and publications, then what basis we will apply? We will apply that amount which is payable for publishing an advertisement in all the editions of the newspaper or publications which are published in that state or union territory. Okay. So if you have given a budget of 5 crores, now you have to decide for each state how much you do. So for state A, say in the state of Goa itself, you have spent 1 crore because each newspaper will give his bill, right? So this, how this contract works is the government will not go to the newspaper directly. The system works that the government will go to an advertisement agency. That advertisement agency will take up this work. Okay. So government will give the contract to an agency and that agency will go to the publications. So this, what we are talking is that what will be the GST which the agency will charge to the government. Now this agency has gone to various newspapers saying that please advertisement this in your newspaper and they have entered into a contract. So for each newspaper advertisement, they will know how much they have charged. So addition of all of that in each state will be the basis. So there is no kind of apportionment. It is giving you a methodology to calculate it because each newspaper will charge, some will charge 10,000, some will charge 15,000, some will charge 1 lakh. So all of that, all the newspapers of that state, what is getting added, add that up, and that will be the GST for that state. Clear? Next is advertisement through printed material like pamphlets, leaflets, diaries, etc. There also amount payable for the distribution of specific number of such material in each state. 1 lakh t-shirts have been given. You have to give it to all the states. So 20,000 in one state, 2 lakhs in one state, and one more 2 lakhs in another state. Okay. So that will become the proportion. How many number of t-shirts you've distributed? State A 2 lakhs, state B 2 lakhs, state 3 20,000. So in that ratio, overall it should be total how much t-shirts I have? 5 lakh t-shirts. So 2 lakhs 20,000 and another state 80,000. So 2 is to 2 is to 0.2 is to 0.8. So that will become the proportion. Correct? Getting my point? I'm involving maths also here, but I'm sure you are well versed with maths and you're understanding what I'm saying. Proportion is clear to you? Correct. On the basis of amount paid, this is how we will do the apportionment. So wherever it is physical advertisement through newspapers, publications, and through any kind of printed material, we'll know what is the amount which we are paying. And in case of any printed material, how much quantity it is getting distributed, that will be the proportion. Then advertisement in hoardings, right? You have seen hoardings. When you come from airport or from various cities, you'll find hoarding boards. Then amount payable for the hoardings located in each state. How many hoardings are there? That will become the basis. Simple. So wherever the advertisement is happening through various modes, on that basis, we will see the apportionment. Who will pay the GST? The government will pay GST. So you are a agency, advertisement agency. You are saying that I'll take up a contract from the government for spreading advertisement across the states, across different states. So you will charge GST because services to the government is not exempted as such. So services to the government will not be exempted, but services provided by government is exempt. So when you provide any service to the government, it is taxable. So when you do this advertisement to the government, you have to charge GST to the government. Clear? That is a basic framework. So then other apportionment we can discuss, but if you are clear till here. Sure. So Goa government will pay GST to the agency, and why do we do apportionment? But which GST it will charge, Miss P? That advertisement or any kind of services should on which you are charging GST, that GST should go to that correct state government where it is being consumed, right? So if the advertisement is happening in Goa, then you pay Goa GST. If the advertisement is happening in Karnataka, you pay the Karnataka GST, or you pay the IGST and mention the state. So when we pay IGST and remit the taxes, no, it will ask you the place of supply is which state. Just IGST is not sufficient. You also have to mention the place of supply. That is the reason when you have a IGST transaction, you should mention the state where this IGST has to go. Okay. So that's why in the case of IGST, it will go flow back to the relevant state where it is getting consumed. Second one, once again explain. Second one, yes. Second one is in case of advertisement through printed pamphlets. So where there is a printed material. Pamphlets means जो छोटा paper आता है ना उसे कहते हैं pamphlets. So pamphlets are there, leaflets are there, diaries, calendars, or T-shirt, where it is physical document, physical thing. Then wherever how much is the quantity of this physical thing which is getting distributed, that will be the basis of apportionment. Hoardings, we understand that where the hoardings are located on that basis. Advertisement on trains, right? Generally, you would have seen when you travel through train, there are some advertisements of the government, right? So that can be from the central government also. So when the central government does any advertisement, they may also tell that do the advertisement across all the states, right? In that case, any amount attributable on the railways will be distributed to each state or union territory, calculated in the ratio of length of the railway track in each of the state or union territory for that train. Clear? Not clear. So what does that say? Let's take an example here. There is a train which is okay from Bangalore to, let's take a simple case, Maharashtra, Mumbai. Okay. Now the train is traveling from Bangalore. The journey, the route map I'm saying Bangalore, then it will go to Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Then it will uh, go to the brother state of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and then it will go to Maharashtra. Okay. So this is the route map, how the train will travel. So now this train on which you're putting the advertisement, it is traveling through 4 states. So you cannot apportion how much time it was there in Bangalore, how much time it was there in Andhra, and things like that. So that's the reason they've said for any advertisement on trains, you will attribute it on the basis of length of the tracks, not for this train, the overall length of the track. So Bangalore has, say, 1000 kilometers, the full railway track, because that information is available to the railway department. They will tell my railway track is up to 1000 kilometers. Andhra Pradesh will say we have 800 kilometers. And Telangana will say we have 600 kilometers. And Maharashtra will say we have 2000 kilometers. So for this, say on this advertisement from Bangalore to Mumbai train, okay, you have given 1 lakh rupees. So you will apportion it in the ratio of 1 is to, or say 10 is to 8 is to 6 is to 20. So how much will go to the state government of Bangalore? One, just do your maths and tell me. On the train, Rajveer, outside the train, not on the side of a track, that is separate because it is fixed there, right? Where it is a moving object from one state to another state when it's going, that is when you have a issue. So 10 is to 44, correct. So 1 lakh into how much is the advertisement you have said? 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh into 10 is to 44. So GST value will be 20, value of the supply of service will be 22,727 on that 18%. So 4,090 IGST you will charge and mention the place of supply as Bangalore, Karnataka. Then 18,182 you will charge, place of supply you will call as Andhra Pradesh. So you will raise one invoice because it is IGST. When it is IGST, you can just say IGST and raise one invoice. But when you file your returns, right, when you file your GST returns, you have to mention the respective states. There you will bifurcate it as various states. Clear? Is my advertisement example clear? Because this is very important. Tracks of the entire state or single train? Tracks of the entire state, because it's a ratio of the length of the railway track in each of the state or union territory for that train. So, sorry, not tracks in the entire state, the track for that train. Okay, so this you read it as track of that train, not of the entire state, because some other state, some other trains will have bigger tracks and things like that. Overall length of the tracks will become too high. So I stand corrected here that it will be length of the railway track for that train itself. Means the full track of specified train in which advertisement is done. Correct, Rajveer. Can the government pay GST to itself? Yes, why not? Because the railways will not be a government undertaking. Some government undertaking may be there, or some partial shareholding will be there by the government. So that's why any services made by the government, it can pay GST to itself, no problem. Because the railways is not a government, it's a government agency or a undertaking of the government. So wherever they provide any service and they charge any value for that, they can pay GST on that. If a registered person wants to advertisement on train, this will apply. Yes, this may not apply because this is specifically for advertisement to the government. So 1214 we had said that this was for specifically for advertisement provided to the government. Clear? Okay. So that is how GST on advertisement of trains is decided. Now, next type of advertisement which can happen is advertisement on back of utility bills. जैसे गैस का बिल है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का बिल है, आ, पानी का बिल है, उसके पीछे भी एडवर्टाइजमेंट हो सकता है गवर्नमेंट का। जैसे मैंने देखा है कि मेरे इसके बिल पे, गैस के बिल पे बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ का एडवर्टाइजमेंट है। ओके, so Prem, in which case are you saying you're not able to find the place of supply? So in case of the utility bills, and utility bills are generally there in all the states, correct? Government says कि जहां पर भी गैस का बिल हट जा रहा है, उस बिल के पीछे ये टैगलाइन आना चाहिए, बेटी पढ़ाओ बचाओ। For that, they will charge some amount. On that, how will you decide the GST? Amount payable to each state or union territory for the advertisement on the bills pertaining to consumers having billing address in each state. So, how many for the advertisement on bills pertaining to consumers having billing address in each state? जितने consumers है, on that basis you will apportion it. Okay, so it is not on how much of consumption has happened. It is on the basis of number of bills pertaining to consumers having billing address in each state. जितने consumers है उस state में वो data लेके, that will be the basis for apportionment. हाँ, example I've told you, no, gas bills. Prem Kumar, registered person getting service of advertisement on train. If a registered person gets service on advertisement on train, then we will go to the general rule because this is a specific rule to the government. So for non-government, there is no specific category for advertisement. So we will fall back to 12.2. If it is to a registered person, then his place of supply. And generally, a registered person only will take it. So wherever he does advertisement, but ultimate benefit is for him. That's why the place of supply will be to his registered address itself. Clear? Then advertisement on railway tickets. One is on the railways, second is on railway tickets. Here, it is very important. Amount attributable to each state calculate on the ratio of number of railway stations. Okay, railway ticket के ऊपर भी advertisement होता है, तो फिर how will you know how many tickets are issued and things like that, because online, offline, various are issued. So that's why they've said where you have any advertisement on the railway ticket, then on the basis of number of railway stations, each state has, say in Karnataka, there are 50 railway stations. Okay. And railway tickets are there for every train. So unlike advertisement on the train where only the track size of that train we had taken, here we will take all the stations. What is the number of railway stations in that state? It means how many utility bills are issued in states. Correct. How many utility bills, but you don't know how many utility bills, Bhumika. That's why you will see how many consumers are there. So if you say a utility of, say, oil company, okay, or a gas company. Now, how many customers they have? On that basis, you will apportion, not on the basis of number of utility bills you're issuing, because you may issue something, sometimes you may not issue, sometimes it may be done online. That's why they've said whenever utility bills are issued, it will be on the basis of number of consumers who are having billing address in that state. Clear? Advertisement on radio stations. This is also very simple. So in fifth type, advertisement on back of utility bills. Value of supply depends on the number of consumers in each state. having those billed on their address. Correct. Having billed. So yes, if the billing address is in that state, you will bill to that address itself. Correct. Your understanding is correct. Total number of railway stations in a state are considered? Yes. For advertisement on the railway tickets, number of railway stations in that state are considered. So in the calculation of railway station, substations are calculated. Yes, all stations. So main station, substation, everything will be considered. Next is advertisement on radio stations. Each radio station will charge separately. It's the same like newspaper advertisement. How many ever amount you're spending in that state, that will be the basis. So here also, amount which is payable to such radio station by virtue of its name is part of each state, right? Each station will charge separately. On that basis, you will apportion it. Then advertisement on television channels. If you advertisement on a television channel, it will be spread in various states. There, how will you apportion? Viewership can be ascertained from the channel viewership figures published by the Broadcast Audience Research Council. So they Broadcast Audience Research Council will have a statistics which will say how many viewership was ascertained, how many viewership was there. So based on that, our figures for the last week of a given quarter is used for calculating. So which number they will give, we will have to take numbers which is relevant to us. So we'll take the numbers of the last week of a given quarter, because full years, full months, we will not be able to do it. So just said that take the last week of a given quarter for calculating the viewership for the succeeding quarter, where the channel viewership figure relates to a region comprising of more than one state. The viewership status figures for a state or union territory of that region is calculated on the ratio of population of that state. Okay. Now, where a channel viewership is relating to region comprising of more than one state. So you're not advertising in one state, multiple states. Then you will do the apportionment on the ratio of population of the state. Last is the ratio of viewership figures for each state or union territory so calculated when applied to the amount payable for the service shall represent the portion of the value attributed to dissemination in that state. So first you'll see how much advertisement is being bifurcated for each state. If there is a clear demarcation, then that's fine. If there is no demarcation, then each of the states and take the population of the states and do the apportionment. Then advertisement in cinema halls, whatever each cinema hall are the multiplex charges in that state, total of all that will become the proportion. Then advertisement on the internet, it is deemed that such service is provided all over India. When you provide any advertisement on the internet, anybody can use it, right? So it cannot be attributable to one state so easily. So that's why they've said amount attributable to each state or union territory, which is calculated basis the number of internet subscribers. Because once you put it on internet, some may use, some may not use, but it is available, right? So on the number of internet subscribers, whoever are there, that will be the proportionate. Internet subscribers can be ascertained from the internet subscriber figures published by the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Okay. Okay. First is internet subscribers can be ascertained from the thing. Figures for the last quarter, again, last quarter's figures can be used for succeeding quarter, where the internet subscriber figures related to a region comprising of more than one state, then again on the basis of population, and the ratio of the subscriber figures for each state or union territory so calculated when applied to the amount payable for the service shall represent the portion of the value attributable to the dissemination of that state. Lastly, when there is any advertisement through SMS. Yes, too much to grasp, but understand. So The reason, Priya, why I'm explaining in detail is so that you can understand. If you understand, it will be easy for you to apply. B part says that the ratio of the subscriber figures for each state or union territory so calculated when applied to the amount payable for the service shall represent the portion of the value attributable to the dissemination in that state. So it's saying take the above criteria and do the apportionment. That's all point D is saying. Then last, I'll come back to point B. Okay, you can understand point B. Point B says that figures for the last quarter. So your advertisement in this quarter. Quarter means 3 months period. Now this quarter, how much will be the internet subscribers? You will get to know only at the end because the report from the TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, will come at the end of the month or end of the quarter. That's why they mentioned quarter because they release the reports at the end of a quarter. Now, this quarter, in the first month of the quarter, you want to split it. How will you split this month's data you'll get at the end of the quarter? So they've said whatever is the number of subscribers for the previous quarter, you can consider that for the proportionment. Clear? And in the last case, when there is a advertisement through SMS, then amount attributable to each state or union territory will be calculated on the basis of telecom subscribers in each of the states. For internet subscribers, and any advertisement through SMS through the telecommunication subscribers. And telecommunication subscribers in a telecom circle can be ascertained from the telecom subscribers figures published by the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. And same figures for a given quarter in the ratio of the population, or when there is multiple states, then on the basis of population. Clear? I know too much to grasp, so you can closely go through it and understand it. But the basis is very simple that if there is advertisement in multiple states, so then you will take the basis. So if it is through internet, number of internet subscribers, if it is through SMS, number of telecommunication subscribers, advertisement in cinema hall, and advertisement on television channels, again on the number of viewership. And when viewership is there, but when it is distributed to multiple states, then on the basis of population. Clear? Okay. So we'll go back to our normal slides. So we understood 12, 14. So we'll go back to our slide and understand what the 12, 14 say and why did we come back to the rules. So when the 12, 14 says that it is on services, advertisement services to the government. Okay. So whenever there is advertisement services through the to the government, then we will use this. Sir, when agency advertisers in different states for the government, will there be again CGST and SGST? No. So I am an advertisement company. Central government has come to me saying that and central government will give its contract from Delhi. I am in the state of Bangalore. Now they have come to me and said that do advertisement in all the states. So I will plan it, do various modes of advertisement. Now, when I charge them the value for the advertisement, I will not charge them CGST and SGST. I will decide the what are the two factors which are required: location of supplier and place of supply. Location of supplier is my place. I'm in Bangalore itself. Now, place of supply I have to determine. Say, for example, I have done one advertisement on the railways. I've gone across various rails and done it. So they've said, okay, do it for three trains. So I've done it on three trains. Now, this three trains, what I'm doing advertisement of the central government, this is moving in multiple states. So what GST I should charge? Location of supplier is in Bangalore. If the train is traveling in Bangalore only, within Bangalore itself, within Karnataka itself, then the place of supply is Karnataka. Now, if this train is traveling from one state to another state, say it is traveling from Bangalore to Tamil Nadu, there two stations are involved, two states are involved. So for basis this apportionment on the number of kilometers of the track for that train, which I will get it from the railway department. That basis, I will apportion whatever is belonging to Bangalore. On that, I will charge CGST and SGST. And on the basis, on whatever is related to Tamil Nadu, I will charge IGST because location of supplier and place of supply both are in Karnataka in the first part. In the second part, location of supplier is in Karnataka and place of supply is outside Karnataka, which is in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so that's where it is place of supply in the same state, I will charge CGST and SGST. If it is in another state, I will charge IGST. Clear with 12, 14? Perfect. So now, yeah, some doubt, some doubt. Very good. So we understood place of supply. Now we'll understand what is a interstate supply. So very simple, since we have understood the major part, understanding these smaller things is very easy. What we'll do is we'll understand this in detail. Interstate supply. When is a transaction called as a interstate supply? Supply in the course of interstate trade or commerce happens when the supply of goods or services, when the location of the supplier and place of supply are in two different states. That is what we know, right? I've told you like so many times that where the location of supplier and place of supply are is a interstate transaction. Now, these two states are two union territories, so various combinations are possible. Two different states, state A and state B, from Maharashtra to Madhya Pradesh. That is the example. Or if it is between two different union territories, okay, two union territories, Daman, Dadar, Yeah, can you hear me? Okay. Hello, is my screen visible? Okay. Okay. And what is uh, in so supply in the course of interstate supply, and there is a clause which says that where any supply is neither a intrastate supply and it is not specified elsewhere, then it will always be interstate supply. So this is only a precautionary clause. It is saying that when you're not able to determine, then it will always be a interstate supply. And Section 8 defines what is a intrastate supply, that is supply within the state. Subject to the provisions of subsection 10, because you have to see the subsection 10 for the place of supply. Supply of goods where the location of supplier and place of supply are in the same state or in the same union territory, it will be treated as an intrastate supply, right? So any supply within the state or supply within the union territory is a intrastate supply, provided the following supply shall not be treated as an intrastate supply, which is supply of goods by a SEZ zone or developer to a SEZ unit. So we had a MCQ, right, in the last session, that we saw that any supply within a SEZ or from one SEZ to another SEZ is a interstate supply. Goods when you import is always interstate supply, and supply made to a tourist is an interstate supply. Okay. So even though you are located in, say, in the state of Karnataka, and the SEZ also is in the state of Karnataka, our general rule is both are in Karnataka, so we will charge CGST and SGST. But this rule itself says that if you are a SEZ, you are having a SEZ in the state of Karnataka, you are also located in the state of Karnataka, any transaction between yourself and this SEZ will be an interstate supply only. Okay. There are intrastate supply says subject to the provision of subsection 12. Similarly, for services also, where the supply of services, you decide the place of supply from 12 and then come here and say if the place of supply is in the same state or union territory and you are in the same state, then it is an intrastate supply. Again, here, any intrastate supply shall not include services supplied to a SEZ or taken from a SEZ. So SEZ को आप जो भी प्रोवाइड करते हो हमेशा IGST लगेगा और SEZ से आप जो भी खरीदते हो it will always be IGST. It can be for goods as well as for services. हाँ, यहाँ पे it says that when we say establishment and India and any other place outside India, establishment in a state and any other establishment outside the state, or establishment in a state where you have multiple registrations, all of this are called as establishment of distinct persons, which means that whenever you are supplying anything from one state to another state, which is your own branch, but it is in another state, right? Or it could be from India to your branch outside India, or from within the state itself, but you have two separate registrations. तो बैलेंस शीट तो एक ही बनेगा, लेकिन जीएसटी के लिए these two people, branches within the state with two different GST number are treated as a distinct person, which means even if you're doing stock transfer, any stock transfer के ऊपर भी आपको GST पे करना पड़ेगा. Okay. So, distinct person concept is very unique in GST, where you have any transactions which is not liable to income tax, right? Because branch transfer is within the same entity, so there is no income tax, but GST will be applicable on that. Because GST law says that any kind of a transaction between one branch to another branch will be a interstate, will be a transaction with distinct person. So if that distinct person is in within the state, you will charge CGST and SGST. If that distinct person is outside the state, you will charge IGST. Clear? Now supplies in territorial waters. Now you have done a supply, say in the, as we had taken, what is the definition of territorial waters? Territorial waters is up to 12 nautical miles from the baseline. So if there is a ship which is halted on the coastal territory and food is, and any kind of food is served in the backwaters, right? You know, Kerala has backwaters. Now there they are providing food in the ship or in the jetty, which is called as the boat on which you are sailing in the backwaters. Is it in the land? No, it is in the water. So who will collect GST on that food supply? To which state it will go? That is where this section 9 comes in of the IGST Act, which says that notwithstanding anything contained in the Act where the location of the supplier is in territorial waters, the location of such supplier, where the place of supply is in territorial waters, the place of supply shall, for the purpose of this Act, be deemed to be in the coastal state or union territory where the nearest point of the appropriate baseline is located. Now, a ship is moving in the backwaters, right? In the backwaters, you're moving in a ship, their food is served. So there, what will be the place of supply? since it is not in the land, because state will be only the land. So if it is in territorial waters, still it is within the waters of India. So will the GST go to the central government as IGST? No. Since it is in the territorial waters, which is nearest to any state. Like if food is served in the territorial waters, backwaters of Kerala, which is the nearest state, Kerala is the nearest state. So the place of supply will be Kerala. Fine. That is one example. Similarly, that example of Bombay High, the Bombay High where oil exploration happens, that is in territorial waters, and the closest state is the state of Maharashtra. So the place of supply for whatever transaction which is done there, the place of supply will be Maharashtra. Clear? So when any transaction happens in territorial waters, the place of supply will be the closest state where the nearest point of the appropriate baseline is located. Clear? So that was the chapter on place of supply. Now, I've had few questions over here, which we can take it up now. So I have a doubt that in section 1211, the location in the record of the supplier may not always be the location of the recipient of service. Why not? Telecommunication services. No. So it will not always be so. It depends on each service. So 1211, if you see, there are multiple aspects. What kind of telecommunication service and from where you are taking it. That will be the deciding factor. Location in the record of the supplier may not always be there. So it depends on various other criteria as well. Someone may recharge for some other person. Doesn't matter. As far as the person who is paying it, right? And the person's mobile number is given. So in case where you do a mobile recharge for your friend, okay, now you're going to a postpaid is fine. When this circumstances appear is when you are going to a buying a coupon from a selling agent or a reselling agent. So supplier will be the rules are specifying that address of the selling agent is the place of supply. Now you do recharge for your mobile or you do your recharge for some other mobile. The place of supply will be the reselling agents or selling agents place only. Okay. So this is what is defined in the rule so that it should not be that, okay, I feel that wherever the mobile number is registered, that should be the place. That's why these rules have been given so that you do not get confused and there is one uniformity. And where the location of recipient, when you do a online mode, then even if you do for other person, the place of supply will be where you is registered at. Clear? Can you give an instance for 7.5a? Are you talking about supply, Priya? Somya's question is in 12.8, transportation of goods. If goods are transported outside India, then what will be the place of supply? So there it is clear that when goods are transported outside India, then the destination will be the place of supply. There it is clear. We had said no, in 12.8 is a exceptional case. Any other cases will be where the recipient is located. But 12.8, if the goods are transported outside India, the destination of the goods is the place of supply. Huh, 7.5c, neither intra nor interstate. So where there is neither intrastate nor interstate, it will always be deemed as interstate is what this 7.5c is saying. So Ishan Bish says, so the location in record of the supplier if the location of the person who makes the payment. Correct. Okay, Soumya. Yes. In case of 12, 13, in case of insurance company, right? Insurance companies will always have the address of the receiver. So it will always be location of the recipient. Yes, it cannot be the location of supplier anytime. Soumya, you're referring to the clarification. Can you please mention the page number there? 4.42. Where the goods are being transported outside India, that is where the destination of the goods transported in outside India and the supplier of services by way of transportation of goods and his recipient are located in India, place of supply will be determined as per the above provisions only. That is, for case of transportation of goods including mail or courier. So what is your query here? Yes, Bhumika. So there can be a situation where the place of supply is unknown. There, they've said, since it is unknown, you cannot say that there is no clarity, so I will not pay GST. So it's only a case wherein any transaction happens on the cloud, where you don't know whether it is interstate or intrastate. Then it is said that it will always be interstate. SEZ is specifically covered as interstate, but any other transaction where you're not able to determine, then it will be an interstate transaction. Yeah. So in case of this transportation, Somya, where the goods are being transported outside India, that is where the destination is goods is outside India and the supplier of service and its recipient are located in India, then still it will be determined on this basis, not on the basis of destination. You're right. Yes, when goods are transported outside India, it is not destination, but where such goods are handed over, that will become the place of supply. So even for a foreign thing, it will not be a exception. Okay. So we'll take up what we'll do is we'll take up on since we have completed the chapter, we will take up the questions what are there in the material so that we can get complete clarity. So we'll go and analyze the test your knowledge. person having registration at two places has to pay GST for mere transfer? Yes, he has to pay on mere transfer. If there is a sale, definitely he has to pay. But apart from sale, he can do a stock transfer. On that stock transfer, also he has to pay the GST. Why? Because the other person who is receiving the goods, he can claim the credit. So there is no loss of revenue, but to have control on the movement of any goods so that it is not like earlier pre-GST regime where any branch transfer were exempted and you had to give a proof saying that you have purchased it from the other branch, right? And used to procure some forms from the government and give it. So that is all gone now. So any stock transfer, supplier will pay GST, receiver can claim the credit. So that's why stock transfers are liable to GST. Okay. So test your knowledge screen is visible. What will be your answers? In case of a domestic supply, what is the place of supply where goods are removed? What will be your answer? Without seeing the answer, you have to tell me. The place of supplier? No. Location of the goods. Correct. As per 10.1a. 10.1a says that the place of supply of the goods is the location of the goods at the time at which the movement of the goods terminates for delivery. That is important. Where it is getting terminated for delivery, that is the place of supply. Okay, so wherever the goods are getting terminated, that is the place of supply. Second question, what will be the place of supply if the goods are delivered by the supplier to another person on the direction of a third person? Hint, this is a case of bill to ship to transaction. The location of the third person. Correct. Place of supply is the third person. That is the person who is giving the order. He is called as the third person. That is given in 10.1b, where the third person has will be deemed as receiving of the goods and the place of supply will be the principal place of business of the third person. Third question, what will be the place of supply where the goods or services are supplied on board a conveyance? Where the goods are onboarded. Correct. That is for good. What about services? Onboarded are, to put it in proper words, where the goods are taken on board. But for services, They have asked for both goods and services. First destination. No, that's not the right answer. First destination. Nahi to. You have to be very careful in using the correct words. First scheduled point of departure. Right? First destination तो मतलब उल्टा ही हो जाता है जहां पे उसका डेस्टिनेशन है. Right? So first scheduled point of departure मतलब कहां से उसका journey start हो गया, that we have to mention. So use the correct words. First scheduled point of departure. Fourth one. The place of supply in relation to an immovable property is the location of the immovable property. Suppose a road is constructed from Delhi to Mumbai, covering multiple states. What will be the place of supply of such construction services? This we had discussed with a different example. Proportionate as per the length of the road. Ah. So, where the immovable property is located in more than one state, the supply shall be treated to made in each states. Right? Can't be one state, it will be decided in each state in proportion to the value of service separately collected or determined in terms of the contract and the absence of a contract on a reasonable basis. Now, in this case, what can be the reasonable basis? On the area of the immovable property, saying if there is 50 kilometers in road A, 40 kilometers in road in state B, state A 50 kilometers, state B 40 kilometers in the ratio of 5:4. So on the basis, first is if there's a contract, basis the contract. On the absence of a contract, then on a reasonable basis, here the reasonable basis will be proportionate value of services supplied, which is on the basis of area of the immobile property lying in such state or union territory. Fifth question. What will be the place of supply of services provided by an event management company for organizing a sports event for a sports federation which is held in multiple states? Proportionate? No. Place of registered person. Correct. So if it is supply of this service to a registered person, then it will be the place of supply, right? To remember this example of Goa, what we gave, right? So you're having a similar to like how we had training, similar here also, when the event is organized and given to a registered person, then where the place of supply of that registered person is there, that is the place of supply. And however, if the recipient is not registered, then also it is not proportionate, then it is where the event is held. Okay, so first registered, his place. If not registered, where the event is held. And in this case, since event is held in multiple state and consolidated amount is charged, the place of supply will be in the proportion of the value of services determined of contract where the event is held. Clear with this? Question number 6. What is the place of supply of services by way of transportation of goods, including mail or courier, where both the supplier and recipient of services are located in India? Soumya had asked this question. So here The question is framed for you. Registered recipient, location of the recipient. Unregistered recipient, location from the where goods are taken on for transportation. Very good. If the registered person, then location of such person. Yes. If it is unregistered, Almas and Somya. Where the goods are handed over. Correct. Where the goods are handed over. Question number 7. What will be the place of supply of passenger? Correct, Rajiv. Place of register person, location of the person. If unregistered, in place of where the goods are handed over. Correct. What will be the place of supply of passenger transportation service if a person travels from Mumbai to Delhi and back to Mumbai? Mumbai only. But from back from Delhi to Mumbai, then place of supply is Mumbai. No. Again, here you have to bifurcate if it is a registered recipient or an unregistered recipient. If it is a registered recipient, the place of supply shall be the location of the recipient. The location of the recipient. That is either he is neither in Mumbai, neither in Delhi, he is in Kolkata. Kolkata will become the place of supply if he is registered. And if he is unregistered, then the place where he embarks. For Mumbai to Delhi, where is he embarking from? Mumbai. So place of play will be Mumbai. For Delhi to Mumbai, the place of embarking will be Delhi. So second ticket it will be Delhi itself. And this is not a continuous journey, right? Because he's going from Mumbai to Delhi, Delhi to Bangalore, Delhi to Mumbai. Again, when he's coming back, there will be a gap, right? So it is not a continuous journey. What is the place of supply for mobile connection? Can it be the location of the supplier? Himachal Pradesh. Where is Himachal Pradesh in question number 8? Mobile connection. Correct. So if it is postpaid or prepaid, it defines. So you are taking a new connection. So in case of postpaid connections, the place of supply, in case of postpaid connection, you have to give all your documents and bill will come to your address. So in case of postpaid connection, it will be the location of the recipient, not location of billing address, Soumya, location of the recipient in case of postpaid connection. And in case of prepaid connections, if you are buying it through a selling, you have to write everything because prepaid connection you can buy from various places. If you're buying through a selling agent or a reseller or a distributor, then the place of supply is the address of that selling agent. If by any person who to a final subscriber, the place of supply for selling agent will be that place where it is to a person by any person to any final subscriber. The place of supply is the location where the prepayment is received. Then third scenario, in other cases when you're doing online, then it will be the address what you are giving. Okay, because you can buy SIM through various modes. So that will be the detailed address. Postpaid, location of the recipient. Prepaid, reselling agent, that place. If it is you're doing any prepaid vouchers, then that place. And if you're doing it online, okay, then it will be the location of the address what you are giving. In case of postpaid connection, where the address is not available to the supplier, postpaid connection, if he is not taking the address, then he's a fool. Because postpaid connection, you will use it. And you're saying you're not given your address, then the company will go away, no? So you will just use it and you will not pay. So in all postpaid connections, there is a mandatory rule by the TRAI, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, that they have to collect the address proof. So wherever you are taking postpaid, address will be available. Because you're utilizing the service, then you're paying. A person from Mumbai goes to Kulu, Manali and takes some services from ICICI Bank in Manali. What is the place of supply? So it's a banking services. The address is not known. Huh? Bank, you think they will not know the address? They will know it. So your registration, non-registration will not be there. Correct. So registration, not registration, not the criteria. If the location of the recipient is available in the records, then the shall be the location of the recipient, which is available in the records. If it is not available, then the place of supply will be where the service is actually taken. Here it is taken in the state of Kulu Manali. So it is in the state of Himachal Pradesh. That will become Himachal Pradesh. What if he takes normal services and bank charges for which he is not giving his account details? Then it will be the place of supply, that is Himachal Pradesh itself. Last question. An unregistered person for Gurugram travels by Air India flight from Mumbai to Delhi and gets his travel insurance done in Mumbai. What is the place of supply of this insurance services? Mumbai. Okay. Just think over. In case of insurance, we said, somebody had asked also at the beginning of the class, in case of insurance services, no confusion whether it is registered or unregistered, right? The address will always be available. So, in case of any insurance, okay, address on records will be important. So, his address on records is Gurugram because he's an unregistered person from Gurugram. Okay, so the place of supply will be Gurugram itself because insurance company will always take address like how postpaid companies will take address. Insurance companies also obtain the address, at least the state. So the place of supply will be the location of recipient itself. And in this case, he's from Gurugram. So the place of supply will be Gurugram. So don't just mention in your answers that this will be the place of supply. Like the location of recipient will be the place of supply. If facts are given, in state names are given, then mention that state name. In this case, state name is given. So you mention the location in case of a supply to an unregistered person, the location of recipient of service on the record of the supplier is the place of supply. And in this case, Gurugram is the place of supply. So then you will get a complete marks for it. Even if you are unregistered, go to other states, still it will be your address itself. Okay. I hope the place of supply concept was understood by you well, and you have a Titan quiz after this. So you can take a break of 10 minutes and come back for the Titan quiz.
Good afternoon, students. Welcome back after the break. And we welcome you to the GST Titans quiz. So, I am CA Shafali Jain.
I am CA Swati Agarwal.
And we both are your quiz masters for today's quiz, GST Titans quiz. In fact, we started this series yesterday itself and we had conducted the quiz for first 3 chapters of the LVC session. We had completed chapter 1, 2 and 3 yesterday and chapter 4 place of supply for which the class has been convened today. So we'll be conducting the quiz for place of supply today. And this quiz will help you in assessing how much you have learned during the class, in applying the concepts which you have learned during the class in a fun manner. So all of you, please be with us as we have already, given in the chat box that you had to be ready with the separate device and you had to log in to the link which has been given to you. In fact, this is the link. Open this link from a separate device. See, this is the link which you have to join and we are giving you the code also. So code is 723909. When you log into this portal or when you join this link, you will be prompted to put a code for joining the quiz. So this code is 723909. We are putting it in the chat box also so that all of you can join through this link. And we can assure you that definitely you are going to enjoy and you are going to learn new concepts through this quiz. So be with us. We'll wait for 2-3 minutes for all of you to join, and please join with your full name, with the name with which you are registered with ICAI, so that we can know that who all are participating and how you are performing in this quiz, how much you have learned through these LVC classes, because our objective of conducting LVC classes is to ensure that students get maximum from these classes. So when you participate in these quizzes, So we hope by now all of you have joined. In case anybody is still joining, please put us a message in the chat box that you still have to join. Should we start the quiz? Because we want all of you to be there with us in the quiz, and we don't want to start it before when you are still joining, because that way you will not be able to be with us. Okay, so we have started getting messages. Please, if anyone is yet to join, we are waiting for those messages. If anybody is yet to join the quiz, because then we have to wait for a few more minutes. Okay, so let's see how many students have joined. Here we can see 34 participants. So that means all of you would have joined. And in case if you want any of your friends to join, you can let them know. You can share the link and code with them. They can also join the quiz. Even if they are not in the class, they can still participate in the quiz because questions will keep on coming to them. Okay, so I think we should start. So I hope this quiz screen is now visible to you, GST Titan quiz, because at the end of the session, we'll be knowing who is our GST Titan today. Yesterday, we actually kept on telling you the leaderboard throughout the session and throughout the quiz. After every question, we got the Titan till that point of time. So today also we'll see, and at the end, we'll announce also that who has actually topped the quiz. So whatever concepts you have learned during these last 3 classes in place of supply chapter, now they will be tested at this point of time. So we are starting with the quiz. First question of the year or not. What are the parameters of the location of the pilot type of the pilot the beginning of this chapter? We are starting the basic and core questions. So time ends now, and let us see how all of you have performed. We got 26 answers out of 34 participants, though we wanted all 34 to answer. Let's see what is the performance. So the answer or the which most of you have marked is option A, that is location of supplier and place of supply. And the other two options, location of recipient and place of supply, location of supplier and location of recipient, these two combinations are not correct. In fact, this time the we go with the poll, we go with the audience poll, and you are correct. So correct answer is location of supplier and place of supply. So let us see the leaderboard. So on the top we have
On the top, we have Dhanush DN. Then rank number 2 is of Anubhav Malik. 3, Mr. Tej. You were there in the last session yesterday as well. Good.
Good, you keep it up.
Good, keep it up. And rank 4, Bhavya Sunil. 5 is Kiran Mishra. You were also there in yesterday.
Today you joined with your correct name, sir.
Yes. 6 is RP. 7th, Bhumika. Vipilav. 9th, Devya. And 10th is Prem Kumar.
Okay. So only so yeah. Okay. So once again we are giving
Code is 723909.
Yeah. Any of you if still want the code, because some of the students are asking in the WhatsApp group also that what is the code. So it is 723909. please join through that. So first question was easy question, and those students who have not marked it correctly, then they have to see that this is the basic conceptual question of this chapter. When you are doing the place of supply chapter, two parameters which are important is location of supplier and place of supply. For determining place of supply, you might require location of recipient in few cases. But if you have to determine the interstate supply and intrastate supply, then you should know what is the location of supplier and place of supply, because if they are in the same state, primarily speaking, if they are in the same state or same union territory, it is an intrastate supply. If they are location of supplier and place of supply are in two different states or union territories, then it is an interstate supply. We have detailed definitions for both these, but cross-border transactions are not there in your syllabus at intermediate level. So we want all of you to know, and sir has already apprised you about that, that only domestic transactions are covered at the intermediate in the chapter place of supply. So let's move to the second question and see that how you perform in the second question. You've got some students are saying voice is not clear. Please let us know if it is clear now. Yeah. Question is there on your screen.
Question number 2. Mr. Popat of Gujarat purchased goods from Vietnam and companies in Punjab. As per the contract, Mr. Popat is required to take the list of the factory of Vietnam and companies located in Punjab and get the transport to Gujarat on his place of supply is would be Gujarat or it would be Punjab.
25 students have already answered. 26. Others also please buck up and answer. Even if you are wrong also, then also you should attempt. We always suggest that students should attempt the question, because that is very important for you to assess yourself. When you are wrong, you tend to remember that particular mistake forever. So please attempt the question. Please attempt the MCQs. That will help you in clearing your concept. Please, okay, Deepika has given a direct answer to us. Deepika, you are right. Your answer is correct. We generally advise students not to write answer for everyone. You can give us the answers directly.
And we will appreciate if you could also give the reason for the same, so that we come to know it is not,
small reasoning also. If you want to give in the chat box, give a small reasoning that why you have opted for that answer, because there are two options only, and if you can give the reasoning, that would help us. And you can raise your hand also if you want to ask anything, or you want to tell any reasoning, you want to participate verbally in the quiz, you want to know, you want to tell us that yes, this is the reason why you have opted for a particular option. So we'll see the performance of this particular question. Let's see how you have performed, because time has already been up for this question. Okay. So this time we have got 21 students opting for Punjab and only 15 opting for Gujarat. So what do you say? Which is the correct answer? Should we go with the majority, or should we go for Gujarat? Because we generally know that majority is always right. But here we want to know that who is correct. And please let us know that whether our voice is now clear, we are audible or not. Okay, Bhumika is saying Gujarat, we just noticed where goods are not the position of buyer. Okay, Soumya is saying we are audible now. It falls in 10-1A. Bhuma is saying, okay. So it falls in 10-1A. Bhuma, you are right. And in fact, the reason is 10-1A only. 10-1A says where the supply requires movement of goods, then 10-1A will be applicable. Now, first of all, we have to see whether 10-1A is applicable here or not. So goods are being taken from Gujarat, Punjab to Gujarat. We see the question.
Full question.
Yes, okay. I was not in full question view. So goods are being taken from the factory of Tirathram in Punjab to Gujarat. So goods require movement of goods. That means 101A is applicable. 101A says movement of goods either by the supplier
Yes.
or by the recipient. So it never says that supplier has to supply the goods to the recipient's place, then only 101A will apply. No, it will apply when the movement is initiated by the recipient also. So here recipient is taking the goods to its own place. So what will, and so where the movement of goods is terminating, it is actually terminating in the state of Punjab. Sorry, in the state of Gujarat. From Punjab, it is going to Gujarat. So the place where the movement of goods terminates is the place of supply, and therefore place of supply is Gujarat and not Punjab. We gave this question just to test this particular point. It's a finer point. Generally, students commit a mistake in this question. So all of you who have attempted wrong should know that they are not the only one. Mostly students commit mistake in this question, and then they come to know this point that yes, how do we actually determine place of supply in case of movement of goods? It's not where the recipient has taken the delivery. No, where the movement of goods has actually terminated. It has terminated in Gujarat. Why 101A is applicable here? Because the recipient is registered. Otherwise, there could be a confusion that 101CA can also be applicable. But 101CA applies where the recipient is unregistered. And here, the both the parties are registered. Though we have not explicitly given it, but it's since it's a B2B transaction, it's a buyer to buyer transaction, a business to business transaction. So it is apparent. Let us see the leaderboard. So here we have on top Mr. Tej Prakash Chauhan, then Janvi, Bhuma, Dhanush, Anubhav, and this one person has to rename, or you can give us your name in chat box so that we can take, instead of unknown, we can take your name. Bhavya, Nisha Kumari, Kiran, then Jayendra, RP, Almas, Pooja, Bhumika, Sunil, Saroj,
Sanjana Garg, Gayatri MS, Vipallav, Divya Ramesh, Prem Kumar, Soumya, and then Shifa Bhanu and
Ritiki.
Ritika.
Ritiki. Okay. So I hope this question is now clear to you. Now we'll start with the next question. So the next question is there on your screen now.
Now, the next question says Gangadhar Limited, Mumbai, Maharashtra, wants to open a new branch office at Gurgaon. It purchases a building for office from Gazodhar Builders, Gurugram. It also enters into a separate contract with Gazodhar Builders for purchase of installed office furniture and fixtures in the building. Rates of supply for office buildings and installed office furniture and fixtures is A. Mumbai, Maharashtra, and B. Gurugram, Haryana. Second option is Gurugram, Haryana and Maharashtra. Third option is Mumbai for both the office building and pre-installed office furniture. Place of supply is Mumbai, and fourth option is for place of supply of office building it is not applicable, and for furniture place of supply is Gurugram, Haryana.
So place of supply is not applicable for office building, it says. It's a very rare possibility, and then we have Gurugram. So how many of you have answered? Question is here. And quickly number is increasing. Now it's almost, I think, 20. But time is quickly passing. We have less than 10 seconds now. Last 5 seconds for all of you. Quickly mark the option, please, students. Please participate in large numbers so that you can understand the concept. Okay, so time ends now. And let us see how you all have performed in this question. And we'll come to the question again. Okay, so Tej Prakash again on the top. And we have with us on second number is Bhuma.
Third is Janvi, fourth Dhanush, and fifth is Anubhav Malik. Sixth, unknown, Mr. Unknown, we want you to name.
Unknown has not yet
known to
informed his name. So and we'll call unknown, but we'll prefer you to tell us our name in the chat box only. We'll take your name when we see it.
So what do you feel the correct answer? Majority of you have take the second option.
So this time also, in fact, this tells them the correct answer.
Yeah.
But if you can see, the correct answer has been marked by the least number of students. So again, a tricky question. Again, it has stumped all of you. And now you must be thinking why this is the correct answer. Okay. So let us know the provision behind this particular question. We'll go to the question once again because intention is to know the concept, to enjoy the quiz also, but to know the concept also. So finer points we are going to know from this quiz, but in a very enjoyable manner. Gangadhar Limited, he wants to open a new office. So for opening a new office, you require an office building also, and you require furniture also. So it got a deal with Gajodhar Builders that it has an office building plus, and it is a fully furnished office building. It has all the furnitures and fixtures. Everything is pre-installed in that particular building. So two things it has taken from Gajodhar Builders. One is the office building, and second is the furniture, pre-fixed furniture. So therefore, the place of supply for both has to be determined separately. Now we'll first of all see the place of supply of the pre-installed office furniture and fixtures. Okay. Uh, Section 10(1)(c) provides that in case where the supply does not involve movement of goods. Why the supply does not involve movement of goods here? Because office furniture was installed in the office and the recipient went there and recipient said, this office furniture is mine, I will take this furniture along with the office building. So furniture has not moved anywhere. Goods does not involve movement of goods. That is why section 10(1)(c) is applicable. Now section 10(1)(c) that says that where the goods does not involve movement of goods, place of supply will be the place at the place where the goods are located at the time when the delivery of such goods take place or when the supply takes place. So when the supply
at the time of delivery to the recipient.
Yeah. So goods, this pre-installed furniture or pre-installed office furniture and fixtures are being given to the recipient at the time when this delivery took place. Then this furniture was in the Gurugram building or this Haryana. It was there and located in Haryana. That is why the place of supply will be where this furniture was located, and that will become Gurugram, Haryana. Okay. Second comes the office building. Now, what is the place of supply of the office building? In fact, for this, we require some of your answers in the chat box also. That now you can share with everyone what is your answer. That for place of supply of office building, what will be the office?
What is the place of supply? In
Though you have
case of
got the
supply
answer, but
of
we want
office
your
building,
reasons.
And what is the reason? Why do you
We
feel?
want your reasons. You have got the answer because actually we initially thought that the answers should not be known to the students till the time we tell them, but our system itself disclose it to them. But still, we want the reasons from all of you, that what is the reason for or how you determine the place of supply for the office building. Prakash, you are right. You have given the right answer.
Soumya is also right.
So now students are actually identifying the point that yes, Bhumika, correct. It is an immovable property. Office furniture is an immovable property.
And section 10(1)(c) applies only in case of
goods.
And immovable property does not come under the category of goods, because goods means every kind of movable property.
Very true. Very true. Very correctly pointed out by Swati that goods include the movable property. Now, immovable property or sale of building is not within the purview of GST. If you see Schedule 3 of CGST Act, specifically it excludes the sale of building from the purview of GST. So sale of building is a non-supply,
not supply of services.
Correct. So that is why GST is not leviable on the office building. So we had two transactions here. When we purchased the office building, we said give us all the furniture, everything which is there. This office building is ours in the situation where it is there. So in that case, we had purchased two things, office building as well as its fixtures, furniture. So office building, GST is not applicable. For on furniture and fixtures, GST will be applicable, and accordingly we have determined the place of supply also as per section 10(1)(c). So I hope now it is clear to you all. Bhuma building, not goods. Yeah, Bhuma is also right. Gayatri, yes, 10(1)(c) is applicable. So all of you have given the correct reasoning for us that yes, this is an immovable property and GST is not applicable on an immovable property. So this actually, this type of tricky questions can be there in exam also. So you should be prepared for them accordingly. That is why we have asked you this type of a question. Okay. And so you can yourself see that correct answer is the least marked by least number of students. But anyhow, Now you have understood the concept. Now you should not commit mistake in this. So let's move to the next question for the day. Next question is there on your computer, on your screen. So it's like ABC style.
Yeah. Next question. Solar Arm Limited, a supplier registered in UP, Uttar Pradesh, having principal place of business at Surat, asked Bhola Ram Limited of Ahmedabad, Gujarat, to deliver 50 washing machines to its buyer, Bhola Ram Limited, at Jaipur, Rajasthan. The place of supply between Solar Arm Limited and Jhola Ram Limited is dash, and place of supply between Bhola Ram and Solar Arm Limited is. Now we have four options: A, Rajasthan and UP, B, UP Gujarat, C, UP Rajasthan, and D, Rajasthan Gujarat.
And this is a tricky question. So if you can see, we have given more time for this question because it has two elements in it, and both will take time. Okay. So
Keep your answers ready. We will, keep a suspense for you for this question because
this question we'll take at the last because it has
this is
some.
because this is the question where two elements of supply is involved, and this is the question which is generally takes place. It has a weightage in the examination. Sometimes generally we see
It is asked.
even in the previous examination this type of question built to ship model. This is known as it was asked in the examination. There are two forms of
So we are
supplies
skipping to
involved.
the next question and we'll take
Yeah.
it in the last. Okay.
The next question is, Mr. Bindusar, unregistered under GST law, places an order on Amazing.in, an e-commerce for supply of a laptop of latest configuration for his son, which is to be delivered at residential address located in Bareilly, UP. Mr. Bindusar, while placing the order on the e-commerce platform, Amazing.in provides the billing address of department located in Mumbai, Maharashtra. So what is the place of supply? Is it Mumbai, Maharashtra, or it would be Bareilly, UP?
I think that I made a mistake in identifying Noida as in. No worries, Seema. That generally happens. That can happen with any of us. We generally know the places where we stay, the nearby places more. That answer we'll take last in the last. Okay. But this question, all of you keep answering. Only 20 seconds are left now for all of you to answer this question. Be quick in marking your answer. Time ends for this question. Time is over. Let's see how you have performed in this question. So now again, Tej is at the top.
Tej has
Bhuma,
maintained his
RP,
performance.
and Bhuma, RP, Saroj Kumar, Viplav, Sunil Kumar, followed by Janvi, Anubhav.
Anubhav, Kiran Mishra, Nisha Kumari Singh, Bhumika. Then we have Devya, Almas, Shifa Bhanu, Ritika, Muzahid Bhai, Rajitha, Dhanush DN, Unknown, Bhavya Sunil, Zaindra Pokle, Pooja, Tushar, Sanjna Garg, then Archana, Mohammad Parvez, Gayatri, and Pavan, Prem Kumar, Then Mozil, Soumya, then Garima, Soumya, Lodha, Ritiki. Good.
Okay, so good.
Good.
Good to see so many of you are participating. And
Good, Prakash,
again,
your
this
answer is
question
right.
has been a tricky question for all of
Yeah.
you because the number of correct answers is less
Yeah.
and wrong answers is more. But anyhow, when our answer is wrong, as I already told you, we learn something new. So that is not a problem. Then also we should be happy that today we learn something new, which it's good that you have done this mistake here instead of doing it in
Yeah,
exam.
that is important.
So that is good. Now, what is the correct answer here? See, here the issue is, first of all, let us see which section is applicable here. Section 10(1)(ca). Goods are being sold to an unregistered buyer. Recipient is an unregistered person. Then section 10(1)(ca) applies. Now, in section 10(1)(ca), the place of supply is the place of is the state which is, or the address which is recorded in the invoice. As per the invoice, which is the address of the recipient will be considered, or the state which is mentioned in the address of the recipient as per the invoice, that is the place of supply. But in this case, if you see in the invoice itself, there are two addresses. That is why the issue came up, that the residential address where the goods have to be delivered is different, and the billing address is different, because this person stays in Mumbai in some apartment. So he has given his billing address as his Mumbai apartment and his delivery address as the place where he has to actually get it delivered at his home, in his native place, that is Bareilly, UP. So what happened is, it was clarified by the department that in this case, the place of supply will be the delivery address of the goods. So goods have actually been delivered in Bareilly, UP, and therefore this is the place of supply for the goods which have been supplied by amazing.in to Mr. Bindusar. Okay, so I hope 10(1)(ca) is applicable. Yeah, shipping address, or you can say the delivery address, is the main place of supply. So this has been given correctly, both billing address, POS. Yes, Bhuma, you are right. You have given you have given the answer correctly. Okay, so I hope this concept is now clear to all of you. So let's see how you all perform in the next question. So the question is there at your screen.
A New Delhi to Kota train, goods were taken on board at Mathura, UP6. Mr. Rajat boarded the train at Savai Madhopur, which is located in Rajasthan station, and consumed the goods at Kota, Rajasthan. Now, the place of supply would be New Delhi, or Mathura, UP, or Savai Madhopur, Rajasthan, or it would be Kota, Rajasthan.
There are 4 places which are involved here. The train has started from New Delhi. Goods were taken on board at one place, purchased at another. The person who has consumed them has taken boarded at another place, and he has consumed it at another place. So what will be the place of supply? Because it can become sometimes difficult to know that how goods are, there's so many stages these goods are passing. So what will be the place of supply? We started getting some answers. Let's see. And in the meantime, others should try the answer. 31 of you have answered. Let's see. I think you all know the answer. That is why you have been so quick in answering. Okay. So Anubhav is right. Tej Prakash is also right. Then Deepika, you need to once again consider your answer. Okay. Yeah, Bhuma is also right. You have correctly invoked the provision. Will not tell the answer. Let others also try. 25 seconds are left for this question. So please be quick, those who have not answered yet. Then Sunil is also right. Let's see. Bhumika is right.
Good, Bhumika.
We are happy that You all are participating and many of you know the correct answer. Time is over. Let's see how you all have performed after this question. So on top we have again Tej Prakash, then Bhuma, Saroj, Viplav, Sunil, Janvi, RP, Anubhav, Kiran, Nisha Kumari.
Most of you have maintained your performance and good to see.
Good to
Keep
see
it
that.
up. Yeah.
Yes.
So now this
Audience is
question,
correct at this time.
yeah.
This
Now
we-
we can
this
say,
is a good thing.
yeah, this is a good thing that lot of students, majority of you have correctly understood this question. I am happy to see this. Only one or two is, left basically. So what does this provision
We
based
once
upon
again apprise
basically?
you with the provision because many of you have answered it correctly. Oh,
Yeah.
Sunil is a very happy person today. He is in top 5.
Wow. And Deepika is asking why Mathura ma'am.
Okay.
See Deepika,
Swati will tell.
basically, it involves the provisions, section 10(1)(e) of the IGST Act 2017. Please note that all the provisions of place of supply are governed by IGST Act 2017, not the CGST Act 2017.
This you should know while answering descriptive questions also. Many students make mistake in this.
Yeah.
So important point.
Yeah, because during examination we are so habitually writing this section of CGST Act 2017, but the provisions of place of supply are governed by IGST Act 2017. Now coming to this question, here section 10(1)(e) is applicable where it talks about goods supplied on board a conveyance. And it says section 10(1)(e) lays down that place of supply of goods supplied on board a conveyance, whether it is aircraft, vessel, motor vehicle, boat, it is the location where such goods have been taken on board. Now, in this case, although the train starts from New Delhi, but goods were taken on board at Mathura, UP. So, the place of supply would be Mathura, UP. Right? I hope I am clear to you.
Now you have got your answer, Deepika. Good. Sunil was fourth. No, please mute yourself, all of you. Please mute yourself. Okay, so let's move to the next question now. And your next question is there on your screen.
Next question. Sudarshan Associates, Chartered Accountant, registered in Delhi, enters into contract with Corporate Office of City Building, registered and located in Punjab for conduct of audit. For this purpose, the officers have to visit its Haryana and Uttarakhand warehouses also. Turnover of Uttarakhand warehouses is more than Haryana warehouses. So place of supply is it Delhi? Option A. Option B, Punjab. Option 3 is Uttarakhand and option 4 is Haryana. Now let us know which one is correct.
And read each and every piece of information carefully. When any information is given you, it can be useful to you. It can be of some use while determining place of supply. So you need to see that. Okay, time has already been up for you. So let's see. Okay, so this question has been attempted by very few students. Is it that you didn't get the sufficient time, or what was the reason? Bhumika is reminding me, ma'am, time is up.
Okay.
So yes, Bhumika, you're right.
Anyway, I'm giving you 1 minute. You can give your answers in the chat
box also. We are giving 1 more minute because we want students to participate. One student is saying that the
No time, ma'am. Okay.
Tej is saying that the audio is not working. If it is same with others, please let us know. So audio is not working. Please let us know if audio is not working for if you're not, it's okay. Okay. Sunil is saying it's okay. Okay. Tenmozi also could not do the question. So you all can give the answers here. You can give the answers in the chat box, because what matters most to us is your participation, and you should know the concept. So and this is a tricky question. Again, it's a tricky question. It has some point in it. So that is why we
Very
request.
good, Buma. Very good. You are have understood the concepts clearly. Audio is clear. Thank you, Anubhav.
Now everyone is giving the correct answer,
Yeah,
in fact.
yeah. Bhumika, Soumya.
Good. Though attempted by very few students, that's why we thought that maybe you all are you are still working.
See,
Yeah.
please note that in this question, this is a case of supply of services, right? Because here we have to provide audit service. So section 10, 12 will come into the picture. And now when the section 10, 12, when section 12, sorry, comes into picture, then we have to analyze whether the service which is given in the question does gets covered under any of the specific subsections of section 12, because then only we will move to section from section 12.3 to section 12.13. Is it covered under any of the specific section? If not, then the residuary clause default section 12.2 shall apply. Now, as we know, as you have already understood in the previous class and in today's class, when Deepak sir has explained to you all the supply of services by section 12 of IGST Act, there is no scope for specific audit service does not get specifically covered at any of the subsections from section 12.3 onwards. So the default provisions shall apply. Now please note, what does the default provision say? It says that the place of supply of services, except the services specified in subsection 3 to 14. So 3 to 14 are the specific subsections. If any of the service gets covered therein, then the place of supply as per that subsection shall apply. Otherwise, place of supply will be determined as per the default rule. And what is the default rule? Default rule says that supply of services made to a registered person shall be the location of such person. Means if we have made supply to a registered person, then the place of supply will be location of such person, means LOR, location of registered person. And if we have made a supply to any person other than a registered person, but if address we have the address of that unregistered person, then the same provision LOR shall apply. LOR stands for location of recipient. Even if the recipient is unregistered, but we have the address of unregistered person, then LOR shall apply. But if we don't have the address of the unregistered person, then location of supplier, location of supplier, how we can memorize, then only in that case LOS shall apply. So default rule is that if we have made supply of services to a registered person, then LOR would be the place of supply. LOR means location of registered person. If supply has been made to an unregistered person, now there will be two cases. Either we have address of that unregistered person, or we don't have address of that unregistered person. If we have address of that unregistered person, then the same provision LOR shall apply. And if we don't have any his address, then LOS, location of supplier. Now coming to the question, Sudarshan Associates CA is registered in Delhi. He enters into a contract with Corporate Office of Preeti Builders registered and located in Punjab. So in this case, the supply has been made to a registered person. So LOR would be the place of supply, and Preeti Builders, the location of Preeti Builders is Punjab. So place of supply would be Punjab. The turnover of Uttarakhand warehouse, all these are given for confusing you. Don't get confused. You just have to apply the correct provision as per the law. Some extra information may be given in the examination. It might be relevant for you and it might not be relevant for you. But yes, had it been a descriptive question, then you have to give the reason for it. If you're not considering anything, you have to give the reason that this is irrelevant for determination of place of supply. But since this is an MCQ, you have the plus point in the examination also, that you don't have to give reason in support of your answers during examination also. So you just have to be aware of the correct provision, right?
While attempting the answer, you need to keep these things in mind. In fact, this question, Swati has very beautifully explained you the provisions of section 12.2, which is the default provision. And in fact, apart from this question also, she has explained you the entire provision. So you got a revision of that provision. Moreover, in this question, you need to notice, or you need to note one more point, that the contract was entered into with the corporate office of Preeti Builders, which was registered at Punjab. So even though the Uttarakhand, Haryana warehouses were registered or unregistered, that does not matter. It main thing is the privity of contract. Sudarshan Associates has entered into a contract with Preeti Builders in Punjab or with Punjab registered office. Therefore, the location of the recipient will be Punjab only, and the place of supply, as she said, that 12.2 will the residual provision will apply, default provision will apply, and that is why the place of supply will be the Punjab location with which we have entered into the contract. So with this, you must have understood the concept. In fact, let us see. Sunil, you were saying that RCM is applicable here. So please elaborate why you are applying RCM. And so Bhumika's answer was correct. And Mozi's answer was also correct. And Bhumika. Then we had Bhuma. And who else? Soumya. Then
Most of you
Rajveer.
have correctly replied.
Most of you have.
Although you might have
You might have missed
to
to mark the
this
correct
one.
option. So that maybe we'll try to keep more time
More
for
time
such type
for,
of questions
for the
from
long
this side.
questions.
Because these quizzes are actually giving us an idea that how much time for each question you require. We have planned accordingly, but maybe for this question you required more time. And because there was reading time, I think was more in this question. So that could be the reason. So Nisha was also right. Prem Kumar is right. And Soumya has given the right reason also. Janvi is right. Then
Bhumika is not
Bhumika.
section 10 to
I think she
12
wants to say 12-2 and she mistakenly wrote
it
10-2. Then Mozi is right. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. Quickly, let us see the next question. Question is there on your screen.
Mr. from UP has handed over goods to Dad in Delhi. Deliver goods to Maharashtra. Now, what is the place of supply if Mr. A registered? Delhi or Maharashtra?
That's the
Please, Vijeta, whatever doubt you had, you may write in the chat box.
or we'll allow you to unmute after 30 more seconds are left. All of you mark your option. 2 students have marked their option now. Any more of you are there, then please mark your option. Whatever you feel is right, you should mark your option. So last 10 seconds are left. We have started getting the answers also. Okay, so time is up. And we have got already correct answers. So let's see the leaderboard first. So Bhuma, Sunil, Saroj, Tej, Viplav.
These are the top 5.
Top 5. So others are RP, Anubhav Malik, Bhumika, Divya Ramesh, Almas, Janvi, Shifa, Ritika, Muzahid Bhai, Tushar, Mohammad Parvez, then Garima, Kiran, Nisha Kumari, Soumya, Rajveer, Vijeta, Jaindra, Gayatri, Rihana, Manju, and we have with us Prem, Pavan, then Mozi, Soumya, Rajita, Vishal. I lost the track. Then we have Dhanush, the unknown, and Bhavya, Sunil, Pooja, Sanjana, Archana, Ritiki. So some of you who were there on the top yesterday are moving
Ritika,
down.
I think you have not, replied to any more than 2 questions. So please participate. Doesn't matter whether your answer is correct or not, but please participate.
Yeah. And in fact, this time the poll is correct. So the students who have marked the correct answer are the most, that is 17 students have marked the correct answer. 9 and 6 students, 15 students have not marked it correctly. Correct answer is Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, because section 12.8 comes into picture, it says that place of supply of services by way of transportation of goods, including by mail or courier, to a registered person shall be the location of such person. Here, Mr. A is a registered person, so place of supply is UP.
Yes.
Maybe no. Let's have a quick, feedback from you. You can we will allow you to unmute yourself. You can share your feedback. Are you learning something? Are you feeling these
Okay. How
sessions
you
to
are
be
finding this
useful?
quiz?
One?
Okay.
You may
How you are
raise your
finding
hand,
this
and
quiz?
we will ask you to unmute.
Timer should be visible to you also, Anubhav is saying. Okay. So we are taking this feedback from you, Anubhav. We'll try to incorporate this if it is possible. Or we'll keep on updating you that 60 seconds, 50 seconds, 40. We'll try to update you, keep you
Yeah.
updated. Okay.
And please keep
Today.
raise your hand. Whosoever would like to
Anybody
share the
wants to share
feedback.
their feedback? Anybody wants to give any improvement suggestion? You
Yeah.
feel that this can be done because we have some more questions.
Yeah,
Thus,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think one or two more questions are
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So just
Hmm.
please quickly.
And some chat box comments are there. Okay.
They have given answers.
So you know the
Bhuma, shall I unmute you?
and it's okay. So you are learning and okay. आप Shubhanshi is saying मैम हिंदी में explain करना. Which question? You
ठीक
want
है.
this question to be explained in Hindi, Shubhanshi?
Okay, is there still trouble with audio?
I don't think.
Shubhanshi,
He's
you will
just saying.
mention the question.
Yeah, this time next time we'll try to keep more time for the questions. Maybe place of supply questions are a
Yeah.
bit tricky questions.
Yeah.
As last time, yesterday
might
when we had the
We finish this topic with
charge
the
or
complex
supply
one.
questions,
Yeah.
then you were able to answer them within 1 or 1.5 minute. But I think for place of supply, you need more time. Na? Your time is a bit less. So we'll try to accommodate this from the next quiz. And
Okay, thank you, students, for your valuable feedback.
and let me explain this concept in Hindi for Bhuma. दैट उत्तर प्रदेश यहाँ पे जो सर्विस है वो है ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ गुड्स की सर्विस। तो बूमा ने मिस्टर ए ने सॉरी मिस्टर ए उत्तर प्रदेश के हैं, उन्होंने अपने गुड्स को हैंड ओवर किया ब्लू डार्ट को, दिल्ली में हैंड ओवर किया और गुड्स को डिलीवर करना था महाराष्ट्र में। तो 3 प्लेसेस यहाँ पे हमारे पिक्चर में है। मिस्टर ए उत्तर प्रदेश के हैं, मिस्टर ए इज अ रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन, उन्होंने उत्तर प्रदेश के का उनका रजिस्ट्रेशन है और उन्होंने दिल्ली में आकर कुछ गुड्स ब्लू डार्ट को दिए कि ये आप हैंड ओवर कर दीजिएगा, डिलीवर कर दीजिएगा टू सम पर्सन इन महाराष्ट्र। तो व्हाट विल बी द प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई? नाउ एज पर द प्रोविजंस ऑफ सेक्शन 12, the place of supply in case of transportation of goods, दो cases है। In fact, second case I will tell you after next question, otherwise that will become easy for you. In case the supply recipient is registered, अगर हम transportation of goods की सर्विस में recipient registered है, स्वाति, I think you have explained the entire concept ना? चलो फिर भी
देखो, अगर प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई गुड्स का ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का केस है, चाहे मेल से कर रहे हो या कोरियर से कर रहे हो, अगर हमारा रिसिपिएंट रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन होता है तो लोकेशन रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन की ली जाती है प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई में। और उसके अलावा क्या होता है वो हम नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं, देन वी विल गेट बैक टू यू।
हाँ
ठीक है। सो एक्चुअली योर दिस सेशन वाज फॉर 2:30 to 5 PM. वी आर आल्सो रनिंग rushing up. The reason we want to take more questions, right? So we will take few more questions and then we shall wind up the session.
Okay, now let's go to the next question. Question is here on first.
Mr. A from UP has handed over goods blue dart to deliver goods in Maharashtra. What is the place of supply? Sir, is it UP, Delhi or Maharashtra?
Same
And you
question.
have 1 minute 42
It's unregistered. Bhumika, you're right. We'll give some time to you. Next time we'll announce the quiz in beforehand, so that you get some time to prepare also, and then you can participate in a better manner.
So I hope that you have sufficient time for this question. 40 seconds left.
This question you have already seen earlier, but only thing is now Mr. A is instead of registered, he is unregistered person. So how situation will change? So I think all of you have marked the answers. This question, you were able to mark the answers. Uma, you are right.
Subhanshu is also correct. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hurry up, please. And the time is over.
So let us see how many of you have answered. What is the status of leader? So Bhuma again on the top, Sunil Kumar, Tej Prakash, Bhumika. And let's see the leaderboard. Then we'll tell you the correct answer. You can see is Delhi. After Bhumika, it is Divya, Saroj, Viplav, Janvi, Mujahid, Tushar, Garima, Kiran, RP, Nisha Kumari.
Well, I am surprised that even in this question, lot many students have marked Maharashtra as well. So was there any point of confusion? I don't expect so because section
I think
12A.
some of them thought that the place of delivery, the place where the movement of goods has actually terminated. This
No.
could also be a reason that
See,
some of them got confused.
12.8 क्या कहता है कि रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन को अगर हम गुड्स भेजते हैं ट्रांसपोर्ट करते हैं मेल या कोरियर से तो लोकेशन ऑफ रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन LOR और अगर पर्सन अनरजिस्टर्ड है तो वो लोकेशन होगी जहां पर हम उन्हें गुड्स देते हैं ट्रांसपोर्ट करने के लिए गुड्स आर हैंडेड ओवर जहां से वो लोग गुड्स पिक करते हैं हमारे ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के लिए तो हमने यहाँ पे गुड्स ब्लू डार्ट को दी थी दिल्ली में तो प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई करेक्ट प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई इज दिल्ली क्योंकि हमने गुड्स हैंड ओवर कहाँ पे किया था गुड्स हमने हैंड ओवर दिल्ली में किया था राइट
Yes, so I think we should take the next question. I think two more.
See, one student is saying pictorial represent.
No, that is not the point.
Okay.
I think this is something. Yeah. So let us come to the next question. Yeah, pictorial representation is there in our charts. Huh? I think that is what.
Yeah, it is there in the study material.
The next question is there on your screen. Again, a bit
Delhi, yeah. Second question. Galaxy Q Private Limited, Delhi made supply of goods in the territorial waters to blue waters registered in the state of Maharashtra. Such space in territorial water was at a distance of 5 nautical miles from the baseline of coastal state of Gujarat, 7 nautical miles from the baseline of coastal state of Goa. Time is short. Time is short. Supply is Delhi, Maharashtra, Gujarat, or Goa. Anyway, you have the time. You can write in the write in the box.
This. But you can. Okay, अनुभव is saying ये तो easy है. फिर तो बढ़िया है अनुभव जल्दी से आप आंसर बता दीजिए. So
is also correctly replied. Very good. Although we were thinking that this question
provision actually provision is more important. You should know the provision. Then even if you are not able to mark it correctly because of the short time, then but at least you know the provision. You are aware of the point. Yes, in fact, we are getting correct answers in the chat. So let us see first of all what the leaderboard says because this was the last question, and let's come to the leaderboard. Then we'll tell you the.
So this is the score. All those, this is the winner. Miss Bhumika Shridhan is the winner of the day. Bhuma Shridhan, I'm sorry, is the winner of the day. And rank 2 has been Sunil Kumar. Rank 3, Mr. Tej. Rank 4, Vipallav. 5, Bhumika. 6, Divya Ramesh. 7, Tushar. 8, Saroj Kumar. 9, Kiran Mishra. And 10 is Anubhav Malik. Congratulations to our top 10 winners.
In fact, we congratulate all of you who participated.
And may we know that all those students who have participated, Janvi, Muzahir Bhai, Almas, Ritika, Garima, RP, Nisha Kumari, Soumya, Shifa Bhanu, then Rajveer, Jayendra, Mohammed, Prem Kumar, Vijetha, Rihana, Gayatri, Manju, Pavan Kumar, Thenmozil, Pallavi, Razita, Vishal, Dhanush, Anon, Bhavya, Sunil, Pooja, Sanjana, Archana, Ritiki. All of you deserves a clap. You all have participated good. Keep it up and keep participating.
And let's see the answers who have given us in the chat box also for this particular question.
Yeah.
So Bhuma, you're right. Bhumika, Prem Kumar, Thanmozi, Nisha, Sunil, Anubhav. All of you are right. The answer is Gujarat. Sunil, yes, you're second today. And Maharashtra is not the correct answer. Shubhanshi, territorial water. Okay. I will tell you, Shubhanshi, what is territorial waters. Okay, Sunil, yesterday you were put. Okay, that is fine. And okay, Tej, we'll add your number in the WhatsApp group. You have sent your number. Okay, you can once again, if you can share, because this chat I think might go away. So if you can share the number once again here, we'll copy it. Yes. Answer to the question you skipped. Yes. Answer to the question we skipped, we'll be telling. Don't worry, Anubhav, we'll tell you because I have kept it for the last. Let me tell you the reason for this one and then we'll tell you the reason for the last question. Um, just a minute. Okay. So then this question, what is the reason is that the when the supply takes place in the territorial waters, in that case, the place of supply is the place which is nearest to the coastal line. In fact, we'll go through the question once again. It is the place in the territorial waters which is nearest to the baseline of the coastal state. So if you see in this question, the territorial waters, the place where the supply is taking place, it is at a distance of 5 nautical miles from Gujarat and 7 nautical miles from Goa. Because when a particular supply is taking place in the waters, territorial waters is from the baseline, from the coastal line of India, whatever sea bodies or the water bodies are there. So 24 till 24 nautical miles. I need to see, let me tell you how many is the distance of the territorial waters. But whatever supply is taking place in the territorial waters, the baseline which is nearest to it will be the place of supply. So in this case, if you see, nearest baseline is located in the state of Gujarat because it is only 5 nautical miles. And in Goa, it is 7 nautical miles. So the place of supply will become Gujarat. It is not related to the place of supply, the location of recipient or location of supplier. Okay. So I hope that point is clear to you. Now, one more question which has been, in fact, we'll come to the last question also. Mr. Ajit has, okay, sorry, I have shared with you the WhatsApp group. Um, oh, okay, Nimra, sorry. We are sharing with you the WhatsApp group link through which you can join. That link, we are trying to give you the link of the WhatsApp group so that any of you who are not joined in the WhatsApp group can also join. And so before coming to that last question, let me tell you, so our GST Titan for the day is Booma with Sunil and Tej, Viplav and Bhumika in second, third, fourth, and fifth place. Territorial waters, I think Bhumika asked that it is, somebody has given the answer to me also. Anubhav has given me the answer that it is the water belt which is extending from the coastal line of India up to 12 nautical miles. That is the territorial waters. And if you see within this 12 nautical miles, at two places it is falling. It is 5 nautical miles from Gujarat and 7 nautical miles from Goa. So this is what the territorial waters is. Now we come to the last question or the question which we skipped earlier. That was the question of bill to ship to transaction. So let's come to that question. Okay. Now this question says it has two transactions in it. Okay. First is Tolaram has asked Bholaram to deliver 50 washing machines to Jholaram. So three parties are involved. One party is telling one person is telling the other person to deliver the goods to a third person, that is Jholaram. Now, or you can say, in other words, we can say the goods are delivered by Bholaram to Jholaram. Jholaram is delivering goods to Jholaram on the direction of a third person who is Tolaram Limited. So in this case, there are two transactions. One supply transaction is between Tolaram and Bholaram, because Tolaram is asking Bholaram, you give me the goods. So I will use a bit of Hindi also, because a bit of difficult concept and you all will be able to understand it better. And I will explain in Hindi or English also. तोलाराम ने भोलाराम को बोला कि आप जो है मुझे गुड्स चाहिए 50 वॉशिंग मशीन चाहिए एंड आई नीड यू टू डिलीवर दीज वॉशिंग मशीन्स टू झोलाराम झोलाराम को डिलीवर कर दीजिए जयपुर में। तो एक ट्रांजेक्शन हुई तोलाराम और भोलाराम के बीच में, और एक ट्रांजेक्शन हुई होगी तोलाराम और झोलाराम के बीच में भी, क्योंकि जब झोलाराम ने उससे वो गुड्स मांगे होंगे तोलाराम से, तभी उसने वो गुड्स भोलाराम से कह के उसको डिलीवर करवाए। तो यहाँ पे तीन पार्टीज हो गई, दो ट्रांजेक्शन हो गई, दो सप्लाई ट्रांजेक्शन, पहली तोलाराम और भोलाराम के बीच में, दूसरी भोला और झोला के बीच में। अब पहली जो ट्रांजेक्शन थी तोला और भोला के बीच में, उसमें लगेगा बिल टू शिप टू ट्रांजेक्शन, बिकॉज दी भोलाराम इज डिलीवरिंग द गुड्स टू झोलाराम एट द डायरेक्शन ऑफ अ थर्ड पर्सन हु इज तोलाराम, यानी कि, और उस केस में बिल टू शिप टू ट्रांजेक्शन लगता है 10(1)(b) विल बी एप्लीकेबल, विच सेज व्हेन गुड्स आर बीइंग डिलीवर्ड टू अ रिसिपिएंट एट द डायरेक्शन ऑफ एट द इंस्ट्रक्शन और डायरेक्शन ऑफ अ थर्ड पर्सन। अनुभव इज गिविंग मी द आंसर, वेरी गुड अनुभव। सो ही इज सेइंग कि if he is delivering the goods at the direction of a third person, that location of that third person becomes the place of supply. तो तोला और भोला के बीच की जो ट्रांजेक्शन है उसमें जो एक्चुअली में गुड्स डिलीवर हो रहे हैं जयपुर राजस्थान में, लेकिन यहाँ पे क्योंकि 10(1)(a) तो नहीं लग रहा है, 10(1)(b) लग रहा है, क्योंकि गुड्स जिसने बोला है उसके यहाँ पे डिलीवर नहीं हो रहे हैं, तोलाराम के यहाँ डिलीवर नहीं हो रहे हैं, झोला के यहाँ डिलीवर हो रहे हैं। Therefore, we are billing to Tola, but we are shipping to झोलाराम। Therefore, जिसकी डायरेक्शन पे गुड्स डिलीवर हो रहे हैं उसी का प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई ही हमारा, उसी का लोकेशन ही प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई होता है। यानी जो उत्तर प्रदेश का जो नोएडा उत्तर प्रदेश, दैट इज द प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई फॉर ट्रांजेक्शन बिटवीन तोलाराम एंड भोलाराम। ठीक है, भोलाराम ने गुड्स डिलीवर भले ही जयपुर राजस्थान में किए हैं, बट किसकी इंस्ट्रक्शन पे किए? इट हैज डिलीवर्ड द गुड्स एट द इंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ मिस्टर तोलाराम लिमिटेड, एंड दिस location is Uttar Pradesh, Noida, Uttar Pradesh. So this is the place of supply in case of Tolaram and Bholaram. Next one is Tolaram has had a supply contract with Jholaram. That is why it has asked Bhola to deliver the goods at Jaipur. तो इन दोनों के बीच की जो ट्रांजेक्शन है, तोलाराम और झोलाराम के बीच की ट्रांजेक्शन, वो एक नॉर्मल 10(1)(a) की ट्रांजेक्शन है, जहां पे गुड्स इन्वॉल्व मूवमेंट ऑफ गुड्स। यहाँ जो थर्ड पर्सन है उसे झोलाराम को कोई मतलब नहीं है, उसको तो गुड्स डिलीवर हो गए हैं, उसने बोला मुझे जयपुर में गुड्स चाहिए, तोलाराम ने बोला ठीक है आपको गुड्स मिल जाएंगे जयपुर में। जयपुर में गुड्स नॉर्मली डिलीवर हो गए हैं, 10(1)(a) विल अप्लाई वेयर मूवमेंट ऑफ गुड्स इज इन्वॉल्व। Then the place of supply is the location where the goods are located at the time the movement of goods terminates. So goods movement of goods जो है वो terminate कहाँ हो रही है? जयपुर राजस्थान में। So the second the place of supply between the supply transaction between Tolaram and Jholaram is Jaipur राजस्थान। तो दो place of supply होंगे, यानी कि पहला वाला जो था हमारा, अच्छा हमने तोलाराम और झोलाराम लेकिन पहले बोला हुआ है, तो तोलाराम और झोलाराम का तो हो जाएगा जो अभी हमने देखा जयपुर राजस्थान, और जो पहले वाला था वो उत्तर प्रदेश। तो करेक्ट ऑप्शन विल बी ए, दैट इज राजस्थान एंड उत्तर प्रदेश। ओके, Bhumika has got confused between the two. I think because names are very confusing. I had kept these names to initiate interest. But भूमिका अगर आप इसको ABC लेके भी करोगे तो आप समझ सकते हो, अगर बट हियर आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू राइट एनीथिंग। इस पे लिख नहीं सकते, आई कैन नॉट राइट ऑन दिस। Can I get a blank page? If I can get a blank page, I will write. I will explain you through, not through this example, but through a blank page, so that we'll take ABC. That would be easy. That would be fine. So I hope this blank page is visible to you all. Okay, let me explain to an example quickly because your next class will also start in some time. Okay, A has directed B to deliver some goods to C. Now A is in Delhi. I'm taking the places hypothetically, not related to my exam question because I don't remember the places exactly. And this is Rajasthan. Okay, so A has instructed B to deliver the goods to C in Rajasthan. Now, this is a bill to ship to transaction. Why? Because B will be billing to A, but it is shipping to C. So, two parties are involved for B, or two places. He is billing to A, but he is delivering the goods at some other place at C's place of business. Okay. So this is a bill to ship to transaction. The section 10(1)(a) will not apply, though movement of goods is involved in this case. Here, the person to whom you are billing the goods will not be getting the delivery. That is why bill to ship to transaction has a separate section 10(1)(b). In 10(1)(b), the place of supply is the location of the third person who is at whose instruction the goods are being delivered to the recipient. Recipient goods, the person who is receiving the goods is, C is the recipient. C is the person who is receiving the goods. Now, C is receiving the goods at the instruction of A. This is the third person who has instructed that please deliver the goods to C. Therefore, the place of supply will not be location of C. It will be location of that third person who has instructed to deliver the goods to the recipient. That is why place of supply will become Delhi in case of the transaction between A and B. But here one more supply transaction is there between A and C because C would have definitely come. C कभी A के पास जरूर आया होगा कि आप मुझे goods दे दो, तभी तो उसने C के पास goods भिजवाए हैं. उसकी कोई एक separate transaction C के साथ है. B से उसने खरीदे और C को भिजवा दिए. तो एक transaction में B is selling to A, in another transaction A is selling to C. तो A और C की जो ट्रांजेक्शन है दैट इज अ नॉर्मल सेल ट्रांजेक्शन बिकॉज C को B से कोई मतलब नहीं है. C को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता B गुड्स दे रहा है या A दे रहा है. He is getting the goods at his premises. Now here it will be a 10(1)(a) transaction and the place of supply will be the place where the movement of goods actually terminates, and that will be Rajasthan. So in this case, A to C transaction, the place of supply will be Rajasthan. In first case, place of supply was Delhi. In second case, the place of supply was Rajasthan. Okay. So I hope now you have got this concept correctly. And any of you, if you have any doubt, please let us know. Otherwise, we have come up with at the end of this session and we have covered all the questions. Okay, Bhumika is saying crystal clear. Okay, in that case, the answer will be option A. In our question, answer will be option A. Yeah, actually, I think some software issue was there. That is why it happened. Okay. So, yeah, some software issue was there, that I know. But otherwise, if any of you have any other doubt, please let us know. Or we can come to an end of the class. Think. Can you see the question now? Okay, Bhuma is saying concept is clear to her. And any others, any of you want to share anything or you want to know anything else, or we'll come to an end of the session. I will give you only further, I will wait for 10 to 15 seconds or maybe 30 seconds for any of you to question or raise any issue, any doubt you have in your mind. Otherwise, from my side, I have completed everything and we have taken everything which we wanted to apprise you of. Thank you, Bhuma. Thank you, Bhumika. Any suggestions you have for this quiz? Anything else you want? You feel that any improvement can be made? How did you enjoy this quiz? Or you feel that this type of quiz can be continued? That type of suggestions we want. Okay. Thank you, Memory. Okay. Tej is saying concept of this chapter is very clear. So that is good because place of supply is actually very difficult chapter, supposed to be very difficult chapter. Janvi saying continue the quiz. Yes, we'll try to continue this quiz, Janvi, and we'll inform you beforehand. We'll try to collate 2-3 chapters, and then we'll take a quiz at the maybe at a separate time, or maybe we'll continue these quizzes at the end of each topic. When the topic is to be completed, we'll take such type of quizzes just to test how much you have learned. So Thenmozi is saying conduct this quiz for all subjects. Okay, it's fun to do questions with all. Yes, it is actually a fun, and you learn so much because it's not only about the game aspect or gamification aspect. It is about the learning also. So you are learning with fun, and you don't even realize how much concepts, how difficult concepts you have learned through this quiz, because every question has one or the other difficult or complex aspect. So any suggestion you have, you can put us in the chat box and you can put it forward. Yes, Muma is saying please continue these type of quizzes. Yes, we'll, and if possible a separate POS service alone. Okay, we'll try to have a separate quiz also for, you want a separate quiz for POS. Okay, definitely, definitely. Any other suggestions you have, any other feedback you have, you can share with us. Tanmoizo is saying give some extra time for questions. Next time we'll definitely take this into consideration. We'll give you some more time, and in fact we'll try to allocate the time as per the question. So if reading time is more, then definitely the question requires more time, because reading also takes some time. So, and place of supply, I agree that it's comparatively a complex topic as compared to other topics, so it will take some more time, and we will try to take that into consideration while framing the quiz from next time. So I think with this, we come to an end of this session. Thank you so much, students. Thank you.